Hey everyone, welcome back to Katie's World. Today's video is going to be what I eat in a day, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to comment below if you have any ideas or suggestions. So for lunch I'm going to keep it quite simple. I'm just going to pick bits here and there and arrange them on a plate so they look pretty. It's been a while since I did a shop, so I've been eating quite plainly lately, so I'm sort of in feast mode. Like, I'm not going to overdo it, I'm still going to make sure I feel good. I'm not going to eat to the point of feeling sick, but on the other hand, I do want to really enjoy my lunch today. So, I'll get my 3 bowls, and one of the main ingredients I'm going to have today is going to be dark chocolate, which you would have seen in my food haul. So I'm going to get a line of that, which is roughly 4 squares. That is more than 4 squares, that's 5 squares. That's okay. So I'll pop that in a bowl, chocolate, and then I'm going to get a mandarin. I'm going to chop up half of a grapefruit. And slice it up. And then pop that in the bowl. And then I've got 3 spring carrots. I know 2 of them are ridiculously small, but they're so cute and they're so delicious, so I'm going to pop those in the bowl as well. And then I've got some bliss balls, these kiss bites. They look yummy. They've got all the main ingredients I look for in a bliss ball. So if I can open the container, which I'm having some difficulty with, I might use a knife, then I will pop some of those in. And I'm going to pop about 5 of those in a bowl. And I know this looks like a lot of food, but if it's just a couple of times a week that you are more indulgent and you're eating plant-based and most of your foods are whole foods, why not? And then in a different bowl, because I'm running out of room in that bowl, I'm going to have a tiny handful of raw almonds. And then I'm going to add a couple of dried apricots and some roast mixed nuts. And then, last but not least, I'm going to have maybe 4 of these corn thins. Pop them in my bowl. And then I'm going to add hummus to that bowl. I love hummus so much. I'm going to add some hummus, quite a lot because I like hummus a lot, and it's a nice source of protein. And get my mascot, my little basil leaves, put a couple of those on for decoration, and there we go. So this is a finished product. I've got this bowl with rice thins, hummus, and basil leaves. I've got this bowl with, it's a bit hard to see, but it's got carrots, oops, they're falling off, carrots, bliss balls, peanut flavoured, and then a little mandarin and some grapefruit, yum, and then that dark chocolate. So that's bowl number 2. And then I've got this bowl which has some dried apricots, organic. So if they're brown, that's a good sign that they're organic. And you can always read when you get them from the bulk bins whether they're organic or not. But the ones which aren't generally have sulfites and they're bright orange. And then I've got some roast mixed nuts and some walnuts. And I've got a big bottle of water which I'm going to sip on throughout the afternoon between lunch and dinner. Yeah, so it's going to be a really yummy meal. I'll see you again at dinner time. Bye. Welcome back. It is now dinner time. So here are my assembled ingredients for dinner. It's going to be a bit of an experiment today. I haven't had this combination before, so we'll see how it goes. So basically what I'm going to do first is chop up all my veggies. I'm going to use maybe a 1/3 of this courgette, give it a little wash. And then chop off this bad bit and sort of chop it into little centimetre cubes. So I do that first by slicing it like that and then chopping each one into 4. So you got 4 little bits like that, and then I'll just pile them neatly on the board. I like to put my vegetables into separate piles because they take different amounts of time to cook. So that means I can separate them out and cook them the perfect amount of time, just adding them to the pot as I go. So that's courgette, and then I just got a tiny handful of beans. These are organic beans which I ordered through Soulfood Organic. So I just chop the ends off them. The ends where they attach to the plant are a little bit tough, so I like to chop them off, and then I just chop them in half so they're a bit smaller. And then I'm going to take, you can actually eat some of the leaves of the broccoflower, like these little leaves attached to it you can eat. So I'll put a couple of those in, just a bit of extra greenery. So this is how much I've got. Now I just got to chop that up. There you go, give it a bit of a wash. And make sure there are no creepy crawlies on it. If you're wondering what broccoflower is exactly, it's a little bit like a cross, sort of hybrid of cauliflower and broccoli. And I hardly ever have it, to be honest, but it's nice to get a variety of fruits and vegetables in my diet, so sometimes I get something different that I don't usually have. So that's what I've got so far. And then I'm going to cut up this small onion. When I'm cutting up onions, I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but I like to chop off the ends first and then I cut it in half, and from there it's a bit easier to peel the skin off. Oops, sometimes you need to make it cut like that to make it even easier. And that one came off easily. And then I just dice that. And red onions are quite nice because they don't make you tear up as well. I don't really tear up at all when I'm cutting these. So I'm just putting some water in this big pot for my veggies. And just pop the veggies in the pot. And I'll just cook those on high until the water starts boiling and then turn them down. So I've got some weird fusion cuisine going on here. Japanese udon noodles and butter beans. But I think it's going to be yummy. So as you can see here, I've just added the butter beans to the udon noodles in a little pan, and I'm heating them together. And then I'm going to add some tomato passata to that. Looks like I've put in about a quarter. So guys, this is the finished product, what I'm having for dinner. My udon fusion dish with vegetables and tomato passata. And then a couple of yummy bliss balls and a banana. Morning guys, it's the next day and I'm about to make my breakfast. I'm going to add roughly half a cup of oats. And I'm going to add a little handful of each of these, roughly half a cup. So I'm adding a tiny pinch of cinnamon. And then I'm adding roughly a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. I give that a good stir. Then it's time to chop up my bananas. I think today I'm going to go for about a third of a banana. Most days I put on a whole banana, but I'm just feeling a third today. And then I pop that on top, and then I'm going to add a little dash of soy milk. So this morning I'm going to have 2 hot drinks. I'm going to have one with lemon and another with hot cacao. So I'm going to slice the lemon in half and then just squeeze half of it into a mug. And because it's an organic lemon, that means there's not going to be any pesticide in the peel, so I'm just going to leave the rest of the lemon in there in the cup and pour the hot water on top. And then for my hot cacao, I'm going to have around a teaspoon of this raw organic heirloom cacao. So this is my finished breakfast. Nice warm berry porridge with soy milk and banana, hot cacao, and lemon water.